One thing we can do is we can't make excuses for Daniel Geale, because when it comes to the catch weight of 157 pounds, now listen to me, he signed the contract. Now I know for a reason that a lot of you Puerto Ricans going to come here and say this guy's always hating on Miguel Cotto, but you know as well as I know, even though I'm a media journalist now, you know as well as I know that a lot of that shit he be doing, you don't like your goddamn self. So don't come here with the hypocrite, because I know you're probably talking about in the background like, well, yeah, Cotto do be on some freak shit. But at the same time, 153.6 under the 154-pound junior middleweight or super welterweight 154-pound limit. Miguel Cotto weighed in. He's fighting, defending his 160-pound WBC middleweight title. Daniel Geale, however, weighed in at 157 pounds, 3 pounds under because of the catch weight of the 160-pound middleweight division. I am T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live, and I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. Listen, here's what I see. Daniel Geale, as expected, looked a little gaunt. Now, what you want to look for is you want to look at what he rehydrates up to in the ring on Saturday night, HBO, June the 6th, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm thinking, from what they've been talking, his promoter, Gary Shaw, and Daniel Geale's been training with or sparring with Tureano Johnson. Basically, they've been talking that they're going to come in heavy. Miguel Cotto, maybe he'll come in at about 158, maybe at 160 pounds. But I guess what the main issue is, even myself, I wanted to see, hold on 1 minute. See if I can get the weigh-in for you. I wanted to see Cotto fight at least one fight. You know, even if his first fight he won the belt from Sergio Martinez. I wanted his first defense to be at 160. I mean, Daniel Geale, I mean, come on. I mean, if you don't know, this is pretty much Freddie Roach's doing, and then with the annex, you know, Miguel Cotto goes by Diva Cotto. I'm not saying he's Diva. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, either way, we're going to watch the fight. We're going to enjoy the fight. We can't make excuses for Daniel Geale because he signed the contract. Gary Shaw early this week said there would be no financial penalty for if Daniel Geale didn't make the weight, but at the same time, in the contract, the belt might have not been on the line, whatever the case may be. And if you want to beat a guy like Miguel Cotto, you want to beat him for the belt. I'm thinking this. By default, Miguel Cotto is the fastest fighter, or can be said to be the fastest fighter. One of the fastest fighters at 160 pounds. You know, can you get me? Because remember, this is a guy right now that weighed in at 153.6, meaning he's a natural junior middleweight, 154 pounder. But also, he's fought at 140, 147. So he's a small 160 pound guy. Well, guy fighting at 160 pounds, he's not even at 160. He's at below 154. But what we're seeing is that even though he's shorter, he should have the hand speed and foot movement advantage over a lot of the fighters at 160 pounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how he matches up with Daniel Geale, because Daniel Geale is a 160 pounder that does a lot of moving himself. This is going to be a really interesting fight, and basically it's going to be 50-50. I'm actually interested to see how much Miguel Cotto is going to be getting paid for this fight, to be honest with you. But we'll leave it at that. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. If you don't know, Canelo or GGG is next. And then the way it's looking like it's going to be Canelo, and then he'll have to pay some side money to GGG and then fight Golovkin after that. It's a crazy situation. But Miguel Cotto has nothing but big fights. And after this fight, for some reason, I'm thinking he's going to drop that title. Just my own personal opinion. T-Street Controversy, T-Street Controversy Live.